Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz video, and today's video is the Tier 6 Pan-Asian destroyer, the Fushun. So the Fushun is a very nice ship. It is basically a Gnevny with long-range hard-hitting torpedoes. Deep water torpedoes, of course, it can't hit another destroyer, but still, the Gnevny with its short-range torpedoes generally can't hit another destroyer anyway, so in some respects, it may not be much of a loss, although I do find that having the threat of torpedoes is very good if I'm in a knife fight with another destroyer. Anyway, here we are. We're on the Southern Archipelago map. I'm immediately heading towards the B cap because our two teammates, one of whom is a bot, seems to have run off in the wrong direction. So we need to throw a bit of support in behind these guys. So, yep, so that bot will slowly follow the massive ship. So what bots tend to do is if you start to move a certain direction, they will try and sort of stay with the mass, I find, in a very imprecise way. Anyway, we need to get inside the cap circle, provide some support for our teammate, the cruiser. We have a battleship, a cruiser, and a bot destroyer that's wandering around as a bit of a floating target. And what have we here? We have a Farragut. Well, I can damage Farraguts, but only by doing that to them. Here we have a T-22, a German destroyer which has very dangerous torpedoes, but not particularly dangerous guns, which is a bit unusual for the German destroyer. The T-22 is probably the last of the line changes after the T-22 to the rather excellent Ernst Gator. He hasn't launched his torpedoes. He may have already fired them. I put the stops on just so that if he has fired his torpedoes, they'll overshoot. But I think he's got other problems. He's being pursued by, well, something. But anyway, I got the last shot in, and here we go for this Farragut, which does look rather bot-like. But anyway, I want to get it out of the game. Although I suspect that I will just be watching its... Yep. Someone else has dealt with that. And then ahead of us we have what looks like a... Is that a Nuremberg? So just full disclosure, when I record the voice, I'm seeing a postage note size version of the screen. Oh no, that's a New York, not a Nuremberg. What a mistake to make. The Nuremberg definitely wouldn't have got slammed by 4 torpedoes, or 2. So New York did pretty well to get out of that situation with only 2 hits. Still, we have captured the zone. We need one because they have captured 3 of them. So whatever it is that's in our cap back there, I need to deal with it. Otherwise we're going to be losing on points. And a bit of a lead is a hard thing to make up from. There it is. That's definitely a player, and we just need to deal with that. Right, it is another Fushun, and it is basically going to try and do a torpedo run against our battleship, our New Mexico. Torpedoes are out. Did half damage, and now the New Mexico, well, it's been turning, but it's managed to get its guns on target. We're capturing the cap back, which is nice. And unfortunately for that Fushun, if he's been heavily damaged and I'm not, in a gun duel I have the advantage. I just need to make sure that I get to him before his torpedoes have time to reload. There we go, I turn so that we can get some decent hits on him. I just really need to knock him down before he starts paying attention to me. He's firing at the battleship, which is a bit of a fool's errand. They should be trying to dodge, or, well, I think the battleship's going to take him. Oh no. And we tag him. Final shots, he's gone. And then look behind us, lo and behold, a Farragut, who has emptied out all his torpedoes into the ocean and therefore presents a reasonable gun target. And in a pure gun duel, the Farragut, the Fushun, will actually show up pretty well. It's just that those torpedoes, or the threats of torpedoes, are a bit of the issue there. He knows where the risk is. No, he's fired at our friend who's just passed in front of us. He knows where the risk is. I turn away on the assumption that he's fired torpedoes. We slow down. This looks like it might be relatively dangerous. It's a Nicholas. Oh, we'll just get some free shots off. That's what we need to do. And okay then, well, the problem with destroyer versus destroyer combat is it doesn't create very high scores, but it can create a fair number of kills. He's getting targeted by our friends. Meanwhile, one of our destroyers is capturing their caps. But if we get rid of him, someone else got rid of him, the New Mexico. Well, that's good. Whoever did it, nice to see. Because now they've got only, now they've lost all their mobility. They've got an aircraft carrier and what looks like a battleship or a cruiser. Yeah. That means that they have no real ability to try and level the playing field. So it's that early cap lead that they had is, well, they've, it means that despite the fact we've got 4 caps, we're only slightly ahead on points, but that's going to change pretty significantly. So here I am, I'm going to nudge myself out. Oh. And how are we going to do against this? Oh, Queen Elizabeth, definitely want to run away from that. It's only 4 hits. The Queen Elizabeth may take this cap, but as long as I don't do something stupid, it shouldn't take me out of the game, which means it will stay ahead on points. We're at least 1 ship's ahead on points. Takes out 2 ships, we're in trouble. But with 24 seconds left in the game, doesn't have the reload. So definitely it could take out that that friendly ship, which it does. Takes out our Alba. We get a couple of shots in. We hope for the best. 10 seconds of torpedoes able to travel that distance in 10 seconds. He had some main guns left, but we take him down. And those torpedoes coming in from the other side definitely would have made a bit of a difference in his day. So there we go, the Fushun. It is a very nice little ship. I'm struggling a little bit with its subsequent ship, the Gajha Mada. But anyway, we got 4 kills, 64,000 damage. Yeah, and a win. And the Kamikaze, the other surviving member, making sure that the Queen Elizabeth was the last, well, basically went down at the end. Anyway, so 9 torpedo hits, 109 main battery. It is a gunboat with torpedo afterthoughts for big ships. That is the Fushun. Very nice little ship, enjoyable to play. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.